Well, good evening from the Boxbar Mini Stadium. It is LSTV1 Live. We are bringing to you this crucial affair between Brikama United, of course, the home side, and also the first division side here against AJ Soccer Football Club, who are, of course, the debutant in the second division football this season, taking on against the Sateba boys here at the Brikama Boxbar Mini Stadium. To remind you that you're watching us live on LSTV1, and then on the commentary cabin, this is myself, Lukim Okanye, and then behind the beautiful footage that you are seeing here is Osman Kamara and Yamasata Cham, who are bringing you these beautiful footages from the Brikama Boxbar Mini Stadium. But currently the game has just kicked off, and it remains 0-0 between the two. But as of now, before we move forward, we are going to give you the starting 11 shortly for both the Brikama United side and that of their opponents for the day, the second division, and also AJ Soccer Football Club. So currently Brikama United is surging forward through Sana Kamara, and then of course, well, then shortly we are on one of the engagements here. We are going to give you the starting 11 for either of the sides. We are going to start with the Brikama United side, who started in goal today for Aliu Jasi, who also doubled as the team captain for the day. Sana Kamara starts for them. Ibrahim Sawane, Lanjata, Sirif Demba, Sambajata, Usman Giba, Dembo Danjo, Abukar Jajo, Musa Danso, and Cherno Bari completes the starting 11 for the Sateba boys. And of course, that is the Brikama United side, and of course, a more experienced team when it comes to the Gambia Football Federation's FF Cup. And for their opponents, AJ Soccer, the second division side, and also the debutant for the Gambia Football Federation's male division 2, starts in goal with Abdullah Job, Molamed Jata, Buba Jaju, Ibrahima Kujabi, Sekou Jame, Modu Jaju, Abukar Sane, Mohamed Conte, Suleiman Dukanda, Malang Jambang, and completing the 11 for them is Modlamin Jalo, who wears the number 9 jersey for them, and completing 11 for them. And then the man in charge for this particular game, or the officials in charge of this particular game, is in the center ref in the middle of the park is Barham Cham, who is being assisted by Abdullah Mani and Modu Biti Yankuba. Of course, El Danso is the reserve referee here. Omar Jeng is the match commissioner for the day, and Musa Jalo is the referee's assessor for this particular contest here. Currently, it's AJ Soccer trying to build from their end, but they struggle to keep their position, and then Brikama United wins a throw in here, and then Lanjata is now with the ball here. Lanjata places the ball back to Aliu Jasi, and of course, who is also the netminder and then team captain for this particular fixture. Lang places the ball back to him, and then he places the ball there to Musa Danso. Musa takes his time, plays the ball back again to Jasi. And Brikama trying to move the ball around in their own area while they're trying to create themselves more space here, but their opponent at AJ Soccer is currently playing behind the ball and then allowing Brikama to knock the ball while they also move on the counter-attacking football. Perhaps that is the situation of the respect here they have given to this Brikama United side, because of course when you look at the history between these two, they are yet to play against each other. This is the first competitive affair between the two, but AJ Soccer, respecting that Brikama has been playing in the game or in the FF Cup for so long, and then they have been in the first division for so long. They have done so many, they have already achieved, a lot in the first division and also in the FF Cup. So for them as debutant in the game or in this particular cup, they are playing from behind and then trying to hit Brikama on the counter-attacking football. That was a great move here, and then this time moving forward now, the team captain for the side, number 5, goes to the ground, Modu Jaju. He's been penalized for a foul on Sana Kamara, and then Brikama will start the play from their netminder, who places the ball to Danso in the far end. Danso places the ball to his defensive partner, Lanjata, who again played the ball back to Jasi Aliu. Aliu sends a long ball towards Sana Kamara, who chested the ball down, places the ball back to Lang. AJ Soka are still playing behind the ball. Then perhaps this is the game plan for them into this particular fixture, trying to making sure that they play behind the ball, while whenever they're attacking their numbers and then trying to punish Brikama United side. But for now, the Lions have the possession into this particular contest. Currently, we are in the 7th minute of play here. Goes to the home side, the Sateba boys, of course. AJ Soka wins the throw in the far and places the ball back to the netminder Abdullah Job, who tries to who plays the ball to his defender, and then defender plays the Buba Jaju plays the ball back to him. Buba, he is also an experienced player. He has been playing in the 4th division for the Gambia Armed Forces for a couple of seasons, and then now he finds himself placing AJ Soka, and then that was a great ball to Chernobari, but before he reaches to that ball, the Abdullah Job comes off his line to catch the ball. Now on the counter attack here, it is Malang Jamban now. Malang face to face with Sana, but he places the ball back to Abukar Sane, who plays the ball in the midfield area, turns beautifully. The number 55, Suleiman Dukanda, plays the ball, and now Malang again on the ball, tries to dribble past his marker. Yes, he does well against Sana. Cross comes in, this time a header away, and then it is a corner kick rather, to the debutant AJ Soka. Then AJ Soka are not in a hurry. Malang collects that ball. He places the ball short rather to Abukar Sane, who sends a long ball inside the 18-yard area, but the ball eludes everyone there, and then Brikama wins a goal kick in the process. And then Aliu Jasi will start the play for them. We'll see. Danso places the ball and then plays the ball short to Aliu Jasi, the netminder, who connects Lang Jata in the defense line. Lang sends a long ball towards Chernobari. Cherno is against Buba Jaju now, but the goal, Buba heads the ball to Abdullah Job, who handles the ball with ease. Then plays the ball straight to Abukar Jaju for the Brikama United side, but he could not control his force. Control on the ball wasn't a very good one. Now sends a long ball, glide away. And then surging forward this time, the number 45 for Sheku Jame for the AJ Soka side. Now moving forward in the far end, tries to connect, but Brikama United picks up the position again. And then moving forward this time, the number 3 in the far end for the Brikama United side, Sirip Demba collects the ball again. He receives the ball from Samba Jata, and now Abukar Jaju places the ball to Demba now, but Demba loses possession, and now the number 2 surging forward now for the AJ Soka side, but the end product for Abukar Sane wasn't the best of deliveries. Then Brikama again wins another goal kick. I believe Brikama United needs to be cautious of the attacking play or the counter-attacking style that AJ Soka is currently employing here. You can see organizingly they are playing behind the ball, hold their mean, and then try to, or whenever they are attacking, they try to hit Brikama on the counter-attacking football. And then we have seen 1 or 2 movements here from the debutant here, and that were very good ones from them. But nonetheless, Brikama is a more experienced side, so we will see what the day will have for us at the end of the regulation time here. Now moving forward this time, the Usman Giba in the far end collects the ball for Brikama United, dribbles past his marker inside the 18-yard area, crosses the ball low, but before then it was already an out ball. Then the second assistant in the far end, Modu Obite, has already whistle for, has already raised the flag rather for, Omani has already raised the flag for an out ball. Now Malang Jambang here for the AJ Soka side. Moving forward, the number 2 fighting with Dembo, but Dembo has been penalized for a foul on Abukar Sane. Dembo has been penalized for a foul on Abukar Sane. And then the center referee up Barham Cham, who has been, of course, one of the best young referees in the country. Wherever he plays, I mean, he gets rather admiration from the spectators there, and then I believe this has to pay a very good price to his promotion to the top level. And then moving forward this time, Bukar places the ball. Now Malang Jambang crosses low. He tries to go on solo. He could have at least played the ball to ML Jallo, who is the lone striker for the side inside the 18-yard area. That would have been an easy tap in if Brikama United defender did not intercept that ball. But the game continues here between Danso and his netminder. Danso moving forward, places the ball to Samba Jata. Samba places the ball to the left fullback in the far end, who's been dispossessed, and then the Brikama regroup, but in the process, the number 55, Suleiman Dukanda, has won a foul against the AJ Soka, against Brikama United, and AJ Soka moving forward. Abukar Sane tries to connect his long player over there, but Brikama United collect another possession through Ibrahim Sawane, who's playing in the left fullback position for them now. Samba Jata moving forward, places the ball to Abukar Jaju. Abukar Jaju now sends a long ball towards Chernobari. Now controls the ball, but before then he's already caught on offside, and it is a free kick awarded to the AJ Soka side inside their own half. It remains nil-nil here between the two in the first 15 minutes of the play. Yeah, of course, we are in the 14th minute, and it still remains nil-nil between the two. The style of play for either of the sides here, you can see Brikama United are trying to knock more of the ball, and then so they will be able to punish their opponents, while their opponents, the AJ Soka side, and of course the debutant in this is a GFF Cup, are trying to play mostly behind the ball and then allowing Brikama to knock more of the ball, while when they are surging forward, they surge forward with numbers on the counter-attack in football. Abukar beautifully done by him, and then he wins a free kick. As I was saying, these debutants are playing behind the ball and then trying to hit Brikama on the counter-attack in football, but so Brikama is seemingly also very much aware of the tactic that their opponents are currently playing, and they are also in a haste. They are very much cautious defensively. Both sides are very much cautious defensively because they understand that this is any game in the FF Cup is a final. Of course, you must win, and then without scoring the first goal, you must also try to protect your back line, not to concede first, because that might end your campaign for the season. And then moving forward, Malang Jambang now 3-on-3 for the two sides here. The 2-3 attacking players now Brikama outnumbered them in their defensive setup, but AJ Soka still moving forward through the team captain now, who places the ball to Malang Jambang in the left attacking play of their in the left side of their attacking here, but Malang has been dispossessed, and then the team captain Jaju Modu places the ball. Now Malang beautifully done there. Now towards the team captain, who turns beautifully, places the ball again to Malang Jambang. Malang places the ball to the team captain. Moving forward again this time, but too much power on the ball. This is a That was a beautiful combination from the AJ Soccer side. Of course, in the standing for the second division, AJ Soccer are really struggling. I mean, they currently collect 17 points out of the total number of games that they have played, and then with that, they sit on the 16th position, only 2 points adrift of the relegation from the last team from the bottom of the table rather. I mean, they are only 1 point ahead, or 1 point above the relegation zone, while their opponents for the day, Brikama United, currently sits on 5th position in the first division table, and then comfortably they are not currently running out of relegation, but their intention is to catch up with the teams that are currently leading the table. And then between them and Fortune, it is only, one would say, 5 points between them and Fortune. So we'll see what they will be able to do as the season moves towards the end. 5 points adrift of the fourth place, so they are fighting for the top spot, while their opponents here, AJ Soccer and also the debutant in the second division, are fighting for the relegation. Let's see what the two teams will achieve in their respective divisional games. But for now, it is the FF Cup that this is where the concentration for both sides is, because they know this is a final for them, a final before final, because any other game that you will be playing here must be won if you want to proceed, or if you want to move forward towards the next phase, or if you want to book your place in the next phase of this particular competition. You must win a game at hand, and this is one of the games for either of the sides. They are currently playing against one another, but we haven't seen, or both sides are yet to create such dangerous goal scoring opportunities here against their opponent as of now. But as the game moves forward, we will be able to see, and then we are hopefully going to see clear chances here falling for either of the sides. Then a more clinical side here will, or should carry the day, we believe. Can be having, and then Dembo moving forward, but he's been caught in an offside vision by the assistant referee. That you can see both the technical benches are trying to instruct their players to actually implement their game plan for them to get themselves a desired result in the game. But nonetheless, it is currently 0-0, and then if the entire 90-minute ends in this scoreline, first it must be settled from the post-match shootout. We'll see which of the sides here will score here before it ends. If both sides have failed to score, or if the score is not settled in the regulation time, one of the sides must celebrate a win or their advancement into the next phase after the penalty shootout. But for now, Abukar Sane Jajurada moving forward for Brikama United, left the ball for Ibrahim Sawane, who crosses low, but the AJ Soccer defended very well against that particular Sojin chance here. And then the officials taking charge of the game is Barham Cham in the center of the field. First assistant is Abdullah Mane. Modu Bite is the second assistant, and Yankuba El Danso is the reserve referee. Omar Jeng is of course the match commissioner, and Musa Jallo is serving as the referee's assessor for today's encounter here at the Brikama Boxbar Mini Stadium between the Sadeba boys and AJ Soccer side. Moving forward, Jallo goes to the ground. He's been awarded a foul of course, against Musa Danso of the Brikama United side. AJ Shoka places the ball. Buba Molamin Jatarada places that ball and then clears their line. AJ Shoka Diallo, and then now AJ Shoka the group in near the center circle moving forward. Abubakar Sane for them. Abubakar Sane places the ball to Malan Jambang, who has been doing very well for the AJ Shoka side in the left attacking play for them now. This time turns beautifully inside the center circle. Sekou Jame, he's been awarded a foul there after he's been pulled back by Samba. And then Molamin Jata is there to play the ball, but he's played the ball to Abubakar Sane now. Molamin Jalo goes to the ground. Nothing says the center referee, and then moving forward now. Abubakar Sane, that was a powerful shot, and the goalkeeper was left undecided, but it was squandered. But that was a beautiful link of play between Abubakar Sane and then the number 14 for their side, Mohamed Conte. Brikama were lucky not to concede from that particular chance here, and then the game continues here. Lanjata now places the ball towards Dembo, but he's been dispossessed, and then inside the center circle, Sekou Jame is very instrumental for them in this half, and now Malang Jamban now, one-on-one now. Malang shot, but that also travels or flies away from the goal mouth, and it still remains 22. Currently we have played 22 minutes. We are already in the 20 or just into the 24th minute of play here, and it remains 0-0 between the two. We'll see which of the sides here, whether it is going to be a more experienced Brikama United side to carry the day, or the day will be carried by the debutant of the second division and of course the FF Cup. It is the AJ Soka side. Dembo now stumbles but tries to maintain his footing now. Dembo moving forward, places the ball to in the far end, but has been caught in an offside position. Usman Giba again been penalized for offside, and AJ Shoka start the play to Ibrahim Kujabi now. Kujabi plays the ball now towards Buba, who places the ball to Modu Jaju. Modu Jaju, the team captain. Now Modu Jaju on the ball now, but then before then Samba has been awarded a yellow for a foul. For a foul on Sekou Jame, who has been very troublesome for them in the heart of the midfield. Then inside the center circle turns beautifully. Suleiman Dukanda beautifully plays the ball, and then another chance here that was also another very close one this time from Mohamed Conte, but again Brikama do not concede the goal again this time, and then both teams are now going for a cooling break after 25 minutes of play. The center referee Barham Cham and his team of officials have paused the game for a cooling break here currently for the players to have a sip of water, because their health is very, very important as well. So the cooling break will be observed by both sides, and then we are also going to observe that And the game resumes here between the two sides here. And that is the Brikama United side and that of their opponents for the day. The AJ Soga side moving forward. Lanjata now places the ball to Chernobari, who tries to dribble past his marker but unsuccessful. And then Sambajata moving forward. This time he's been well defended there by Molami Jata. Brikama United wins a corner to be executed here by Dembo Danjo. Dembo places the ball short. Brikama Sawane, who tries to send a long ball inside the area but defended this time very well by again their opponents here. Tones Malang Jamban now places the ball to Bokar Sane. Bokar Sane still on the ball, places the ball to Abdullah Job, the netminder for them. Abdullah sends a long ball towards Molami Jata, but he could not catch up with that ball, and then the ball rolls over the touch for a throw into the Brikama United side. The netminder is currently on the ground after that strong challenge on him by Cherno Bari. And the medical team that is present here has been called to his attention. Abdullah Job is currently receiving the treatment from the team of medics that are currently on the ground here. And the game remains 0-0 between the two after or in the 30th minute here. It remains 0-0 between the two sides here. Then we will currently the game is currently on pause here. If he's okay to continue, or the center referee had to make sure he's okay before he makes any decision to proceed with the game. Of course, the goalkeepers will have a lot of considerable time before they will be forced out of play. I believe we are not going to reach to that level here because Abdullah Job is currently trying to get back on his feet, and then he's currently back. His gloves are of course off. He's now putting on his gloves, and then the game will soon continue if the center referee gives a go ahead when he is done putting on his glove. Barham Charm will soon give that green light, and then he has done that, and then the throw has been effected here. Now Sawane sends a long ball inside the area again into the hands of Abdullah Job. Who is not in a haste to play that ball. Yes, he sends a long ball towards Jalo Molamin, who heads, but in the process Danso heads the ball away, and then he chases, but this time Brikama United wins a foul. Danso places the ball to Jata. Lang Jata now places the ball to Samba Jata, who places the ball back to Lang. Now Lang moves the ball back to the netminder Aleu Jasi, who places the ball to Lang again. Lang will send a long ball, connects Cherno, and then Cherno chested the ball to Sana Kamara, who tries to connect Dembo, and then this time quickly down there now Molamin Jalo, the lone striker for them, tries to go solo and then hits the ball, but it was blocked there in the process by the Brikama United defender, and then chested the ball down beautifully. AJ Soka trying to move forward now. Molamin Jata again places the ball to Malang Jamban now. Malang taking on Sana, and then Malang moving forward. This time places the ball, squares the ball towards the far end, moving forward. This time beautifully done there, hits but could not trouble the netminder. The effort from the number 14 Mohamed Conte, and then moving forward this time again Malan Jambang taking on Sana Kamara here. Malan Jambang places the ball to Bukar Sane. Bukar places the ball towards Suleiman Dukanda now. Buba Jaju. Buba plays the ball back to Suleiman. Suleiman to his netminder Job. Job sends a long ball towards his player, but he's been dispossessed there by Danso, and Brikama United picks up possession now. Now Giba against his opponent. Giba tries to dribble past his marker, done very well. Giba still on the ball now. Turns. What can he do there? And then tries to move forward. Now places the ball to Sirif Demba. Oh, connects Danso now. Lanjata to Sana Kamara. Sends a long ball towards Chernobari, but the netminder comes off his line on time and then handles that ball job for his side, and then places the ball quickly to Buba Jaju, who connects the team captain Modu Jaju now. Modu places the ball back to Buba now. Buba towards the netminder Job Abdullah, who connects to the number 16 Ibrahim Kujabi, and then towards Jata, but clears their line, and then this time Demba, Sirif Demba got the last touch on the ball, and then it is a throw into the AJ Suka side, and it remains 0-0 between the two in the 35th minute here between the debutant, of course, AJ Suka in the second division, and their seniors in the game. One will say on the paper it is Brikama United are of course the clear favorite coming into this game, but currently as it stands on the pitch, it remains a highly balanced game between the two. In fact, most of the dangerous or much of the chances here have been crafted here goes to the AJ Suka side. Moving forward this time, what a beautiful play, and then Malang Jambang is scored on offside, and then Brikama wins a free kick. Moving forward, and then Lanjata now. Lang sends a long ball, but he wins a foul in the process, and then Brikama United will need to start the play here through Lanjata now. Lam plays the ball to Aliou Jassi, who connects Danso, and if I Danso surging forward around the dividing line, moving forward, plays the ball to Giba, who tries to connect them both. Giba shot, but that was a very, very close effort from Usman Giba, but this time it is the AJ Soko side who were rescued after that ball goes off the goal mouth. Remains 0-0 between the two. Of course, Brikama United in the 5th position of the GFF Male Division 1. Only 5 points adrift of the 1st place Fortune, while AJ Soka sits rather in the 16th position of the GFF Male Division 2, collecting only 17 points, and then only a point above the relegation zone. Of course, given a very, very tough time to the Brikama United team here. But we will see whether the experience will decide the game, or are we going to see the debutant here pulling a surprise against currently one of the most informed sides in the GFF Male Division 1. Brikama United, in the previous 5 that they have played in the 1st division, they have won 3, drawn one and lost only one in the last 5. Then while their opponents, AJ Soka, in the past 5, they have lost 4 and then only manages a point in the last 5 that they have played in the second division. Of course, when we talk about the informed sides here, it is that of the Brikama United side, while their opponents are struggling a lot in the second division. Moving forward again, this time to the team captain. Now Modu Jaju tries to dribble pass 2 players. Yes, he does beautifully there. And then moving forward this time again, Marlon Jamban now inside the 18-yard area. Sends a long ball inside there. And then the team captain against the woodwork here. And then Brikama again this time. Brikama again this time. Find themselves on a rescued boat after the header from the team captain Modu Jaju of AJ Soka hits the woodwork, and then it moves out for and then in the process they win a goal kick and then regroup. Now Brikama through Samba plays the ball to Usman Jiba in the far end. Usman Jiba takes on 3 players here, but he could not manage to pass the third one. Moving forward, Brikama regains possession through Abukar. Jaju now sends a long ball, but straight into the hands of the netminder for AJ Soka, Abdullah Job, who is of course not in a haste to place the ball. Plays the ball short to Ibrahima Kujabi. Ibrahima Kujabi searches who to play the ball now to Molamin Jallo, the lone striker for them, and then Abukar Sane for AJ Soka plays the ball to Malan Jambang. Beautifully back heel there by Malan Jambang. Another beautiful back heel here towards Malan Jambang. Malan sends a long ball, but he could not connect to Mohamed Conte in the process. Then Sawane Ibrahima places the ball short to Danso now. To Abukar Jaju. Osman again. Giba caught on offside. And AJ Soka benefits a free kick. Ibrahim Kujabi is going to execute that. Places the ball to him shortly. Ibrahim searches who to play the ball. Tries to connect Molamin, but Molamin has been penalized for a foul on Danso. Musa Danso. Now Musa Danso plays the ball short to Aliu Jasina. Aliu plays the ball back to Musa. Aliu receives the ball again from Musa, and then this time Lanjata receives that ball from Aliu, and Samba is involved. Plays the ball back to Lang, and then exchange of passes between Lang and Danso. Now Sana is also being involved, Kamara, and now places the ball back by Lang to the netminder, who switches the play towards Musa Danso. Then Musa to Abukar now. Abukar places the ball, trying to connect, but that was a dangerous play here. And Dembo inside the area places the ball, but this was a close chance for Brikama United, and then Dembo could not capitalize on that mistake from the team captain for the opponent, Modu Jaju, who tries to connect to his player in the center, around the center circle, and Dembo intercepted and then collected that ball, but he could not do well with that. And then Lanjata has been penalized for a foul on Malang Jambang. This time the Malan Jambang is currently receiving treatment from the medical team as he is already outside the field of play. Then inside the area, Suleiman Dukanda beautifully torn there. Suleiman towards the team captain who turns beautifully inside the center circle and then moving forward this time. It is, let's see what they will be able to do here. And then the short man for them plays the ball. And then this time, what a goal here from the number 14, Mohamed Conte, who spins that ball inside the net. And then Brikama United have now found themselves behind. In the 44th minute here, it is Brikama United nil, and of course the debutant won through a beautiful spinning goal here from Mohamed Conte in the far end hit there. Of course, it's a deserved goal from the second division side, because we are of course the debutant in this game, and of course a debut season for them in the second division after getting themselves a successful campaign last season in the third division, and then this time they are able to get themselves a goal against one of the biggest sides here in the GFF Force Division 1. That is the Brikama United side, who are of course playing at home here, but they are currently trailing here by a lone goal 2-0 after that beautifully spinning Kohli goal from the attacking player of the AJ Soccer side, Mohamed Conte, who is of course a very, very young player. But what a goal from him. Yes, indeed, have enough time to relax, and then when he got that time, he's able to manage and then put the ball into the back of the net, and then this time who is chasing the ball there, but no one was there to catch up with that ball, and then Brikama regains possession in the process, and then we are going to see 4 minutes of additional time here shortly. Will be raised by Yankuba El Danso, who is of course the reserve referee into this game here. Otherwise the fourth official have raised 4 minutes of additional time here, and we will see 4 minutes for Brikama United to get themselves to a parity, and then 4 minutes here is remaining for the AJ Soccer side as well to maintain the score line or add up their advantage, and then moving towards the lemon time. Sends a long ball towards Malan Jambang now. Malan Jambang around the 18-yard area, inside the 18-yard area against an opponent, and then this time Abukar plays the ball back to, and then this time again, what a goal from the team captain Modu Jaju after a beautiful play from the AJ Soccer boys here. And it is Brikama United nil, AJ Soccer 2 in the GFF Male Division 2, GFF FF Cup here. It is of course a disappointing result for our scoreline as well for the Brikama United side, while an impressive and also one would say a surprising performance from the AJ Soccer boys here. They have been doing very well since the start of the game. They have been very organized, especially at the back. When moving forward, they move with intensity and then trying to make it so that whichever ball they move forward, they try to create that state of chaos or a strange moment for the Brikama United defensive setup. And then indeed, their game plan have worked for them. In the initial part of the game, we have seen them playing behind the ball and then allowing the Brikama United team to knock more of the ball while they wait behind and then trying to hit them on counter-attacking football. And then it has been working very well for them, especially from these two moments here that we have seen from them here. They have scored 2 beautiful goals here. One from Mohamed Conte with a beautiful spinner, and then the second goal from the team captain here, a short while ago, Modu Jaju, who beautifully powered a low ball into the net, and then to add the advantage of his side into this particular game. It is 2-0 in favor of the AJ Soccer boys. Of course, the debutant in this competition after getting themselves a qualification spot through the third division from LRR, then qualifying themselves to the second division. But there's not a very good second division campaign for them since the start. But they are trying to get money and then move out of the relegation zone. Currently, they are in the relegation zone, three above two other teams in the relegation zone. While Brikama United, their opponents into this game, currently sits on the fifth position of the first division table, and then we'll see who goes home with a better result here, or who goes home to celebrate a victory here, or to celebrate a qualification to, of course, the next phase of the competition. But currently, it is the AJ Soccer side who are currently on the verge of getting themselves a qualification spot into the next one. Now, Jambang places the ball towards the goal scorer in the fine, Mohamed Conte, but Sawane Ibrahim was well aware and then places that ball. And then that is the final whistle for the first half. And the center referee, Barham Cham, has of course put an end to this first half proceedings here. We are also going to observe 15 minutes of break and then we'll be back shortly after. But currently it is Brikama United nil, AJ Soccer 2, first half ends. Welcome back to this crucial contest. Of course, FF Cup games are always finals before the real finals are being played between any of the sides that are involved in the game. And currently, it is the two force-up goals from the team captain, Modu Jaju, and of course Mohamed Conte from the AJ Soka side have given a 2-0 lead to AJ Soka in the first half, and now the second half has resumed here. But before the resumption of the game, you have seen Brikama United making a quadruple substitutions here. Ismaila Jata, of course, was introduced. Babukar Silla as well, the netminder, was introduced. Sini Bojang, the team captain, has also been introduced. And of course, the second captain for the side, Jonathan Korea, has also been introduced. These are the 4 players that has been introduced by the Brikama United side to start the second half. Then see of the remaining 45 minutes here. Lanjata cross comes in, but it goes against the team captain Modu Jaju of AJ Soka, and then Brikama United wins a corner in the early part of the second half here. Let's see what they will be able to do here, but one will tell you a 2-0 score line is a dangerous score line. If a trailing side is able to pull one back, of course it's always a difficult opportunity for the other side to come in, and then sends a long ball inside the area. Header. What can they do here, Dembo? But this time it's been cleared away again by the defensive AJ Soka side. Now Suare sends along a ball inside the 18-yard area. Player goes to the ground. Nothing has been given by the center referee. And Samba comes again, sends a long ball, and then Job comes off his line on time and then handles that ball with ease, then preventing his side from conceding an early goal here. The number 13 for AJ Soka, Buba Jaju, and of course, not Buba, this time it has been Malang Jambang, who was on the ground, but he is okay to continue taking part in the game. Then we will see which of the sides here. Goalkeeper places that ball that was an error from the netminder, and then this time he has been able to deny Sini Bojang from scoring that goal after that erroneous mistake from the netminder, who throws the ball straight to the Brikama United player Osman Giba, who heads the ball to Sini, but in the process he manages to take the ball off Sini, and then Brikama wins another corner here. Now Samba inside the area, another header comes in this time. Let's see, cleared away, and Brikama through Suare Ibrahima now plays the ball to Samba. Samba connects Usman Giba, but the ball was cleared away by Ibrahima Kujabi for AJ Soka, and then Brikama United heads the ball again to Jonathan Korea. Player goes to the ground, nothing is being given by the center referee, and then Brikama United keeps moving forward, this time with Dembo in the far end. Dembo tries to dribble past his marker and then power that ball inside. And Brikama has already pulled one back in the game. It is a goal for Dembo Danjo. And of course, in the 5th minute of the play here, and Dembo has managed to pull one back for Brikama United here in the 58th minute here. And the game continues now. I see Modlamin loses that ball to Jonathan Korea, and then now the player for AJ Soka, the number 2, of course, one of the star players for them in this game, Abukar Sane, benefits or wins a free kick, and this time Brikama, sorry, Lanjata has been or throw is been given against Lanjata now. collects that ball, but places the ball for team captain Modu Jaju. Modu receives the ball, sends a long ball inside the 18-yard area, but the ball eludes everyone there, and Brikama wins a throw-in. It will be executed by Ibrahim Sawane here for the Brikama United side. Places the ball to Jonathan, who sends a long ball inside the center circle, but a ball heads away by Kujabi and surging forward this time. The other side, and then a new entrant chases that ball, but he could not, Ismail Ajata, get to that ball. Then the ball rolls out of touch for a throw in to the debutant. Modu places the ball to Dukanda. Dukanda tries to turn. Dembo has been penalized for a foul on him. And the team captain allows Buba Jaju to execute that free kick. Buba to play that ball. He sends a long ball on the far end towards Molamin Jalo. Was not able to get to that ball. And Jonathan Korea now for Brikama United surging forward. Tries to connect Usman, but he's been dispossessed again this time. And then Molamin Jalo now on the ball. Molamin places the ball back to one of the goal scorers, Conte. Conte places the ball to Sane. Sane was taking up the ball, but this time it's a throw. It's a corner kick awarded to AJ Soka. Sends a long ball, but it was cleared away. And then this time we'll see Sane now places the ball to Conte. Conte moving forward again. This time another power for shot here from the goal scorer. And then Dembo is again has been penalized for a foul on Dembo Danjo. So yellow for a foul on Abukar Sane. And Dukanda places the ball to Sane. Sane places the ball back to Dukanda. Now towards the goal scorer and then moving forward again this time. What can he do here this time? Places the ball, but CD Bubakar Sila was well aware and then collects that ball for his side. It's been very troublesome for Brikama United side. Mohamed Conte has been doing very well since the start of the first half. And then it is the second half as well. He continues to perform very well for his side, creating a lot of trouble for the Brikama United defense line. And Jata Molamin places the ball towards his player who goes to the ground, but nothing has been awarded and heads the ball down to Samba. Samba dribbles past two players and Samba still moving forward, tries to connect Dembo, but this time he could not connect to that ball. And moving forward this time it is Conte now again after receiving that ball from Sane. Conte tries to dribble past a couple of players, but he's been blocked there. Yes, cross rider has been blocked there by Samba Jata. Then AJ Soka now benefits a corner. Sends a long ball inside the area, a header, but that flies over the crossbar of of Mulamin Jara Ibrahim Kujabi rather heads the ball over the crossbar. Brikama have started the play through Korea now, but straight to Boba Jaju, who heads the ball inside the center circle to one of the star players for the AJ Soka side. Now Samba is on the ball, places the ball back to Bubakar Sila, who sends the long ball towards Usman. Just set the ball down. One of a foul here has been awarded against Samba Jata for a foul on Malang Jamba. Malang is still on the ground. See, the center referee will check on him, and then every other decision that he will make will be determined from the condition of the player who is currently nursing from the knock. And the attention of the medical team has been called here. And we'll see what he'll be able to manage here. He's back on his feet. He manages to stand on his feet, and then he has been escorted outside here by the medical team. And the game will soon be allowed to continue here as they are awarded a free kick on the AJ Soka side. I've seen 2 force-half goals from AJ Soka, and then in the first 5 minutes of the second half, in the 58th minute of the play, we have seen Brikama United reducing the deficit here through Dembo Danjo, and the game still remains 2-1 in favor of the debutant, the AJ Soka side. We'll see how they will be able to manage this scoreline here. Or are we going to see the Brikama United side coming from behind to get themselves a victory? Or are we going to see the AJ Soka side to actually go home with this, the victory by maintaining the scoreline or adding up the advantage into this particular game? Moving forward, this is Malang Jamban now. Malang inside the 18-yard area, dribbles past one, places the ball inside the area, but Jonathan tries to clear, and then Sawanirada tries to clear, but in the process they were rescued after the netminder comes off his line, and then Malang Jamban chases that ball again there, controls that ball, and then goes to the ground. Lanjata controls that, places the ball to Usman Jata, who tries to leave the ball and then tries to fake his his opponent who comes from behind, but the team captain was well aware of that and then collected that ball. And then AJ Soka will regroup now to the team captain now, moving forward, places the ball towards the 45, and then this time Malang Jambang is caught in an offside position. And then Brikama will start the play here to Lang Jata, who places the ball to Jata. And then Dembo, now the goal scorer, places the ball to Usman Giba in the far end. Usman chases, but he could not get to that ball. Another throw has been awarded to, this time, their opponents. And we will be able to, as the game moves forward, we'll see which of the sides here will make their way to the next round. Then currently it is AJ Suka on the verge of making their way, but we have 30 or about half an hour to be played here in the regulation time before the final whistle here will be blown. So that is a lot of time. I believe a lot of goal scoring opportunities will come, or either fall to both of the sides here, and then we will know which of the sides here will be more clinical in those chances that will fall to them. But as of now, I've seen a more clinical side in the first half still maintaining a lead here. The AJ Soccer side, and of course the debutant FF Cup, and also they are the debutant in the GFF main division 2. Now Jambang moving forward this time, another corner to the AJ Soccer side. Shortly we are going to see them making an introduction into the game. They are number 10 will of course be introduced soon. The number 10 for AJ Soccer, but before then a corner will be allowed to be taken. Then Malan Jambang will execute that. Musa Jao is the number 10 for the AJ Soccer side here. He will soon be introduced into the game. It's another corner to AJ Soccer side. Now this time not Malang Jambang, but it is the left-footed player who has of course scored the first goal into the game for that beautifully spinner or coiler into the top corner, and then this time moving forward, and then AJ Soccer places that corner, places a short corner there, but they have been dispossessed, and then Brikama United starts the play with Boubacar Sila. The AJ Soccer side moving forward this time. Bukar Sane rather, he's been dispossessed by Lanjata, and Brikama surging forward here again through Dembo, the goal scorer. But there again, Usman getting that opportunity now. Usman Giba tries to pass his marker, he does well, and then sends a long ball this time towards Ismaila, but Ismaila could not connect to that ball, and the ball is being cleared away by Mohamed Jata for AJ Soccer, and then the game continues here through Jonathan now. Jonathan beautifully done by him, tries to connect. Ismaila does beautifully. Jonathan one time play to Sawane. Sawane tries to cross, but straight, but the ball flies over the crossbar for a goal kick. And then Musa Jao is going to be the newly introduced player for the AJ Soccer side. And then the number 19 Malan Jambang makes way for him. Again, Brikama United will introduce another fresh leg into the game, which of course the number 2 for them pro has been fondly called is Aliou Jame, who will be introduced here now. are surging forward. The number 2 goes to the ground for AJ Sugar. Nothing has been awarded by the center referee. As you can see, it's been claimed that it's a foul, but the center referee was well on spot. Then he allows the play to continue. This time, the number 17 Usman Giba makes way for Aliu Jame Pro. See, Aliu Jame will see the rest of the game. We'll see the rest of the available time for this particular game here. The player for Ajo Soka currently is down. There is one of the goal scorers, and the scorer for the fourth goal, Mohamed Conte, who is of course receiving that treatment here, and he's been stretched off. Let's see if he will be able to continue and then complete this particular game. But as of now, the new entrant, Aliu Jame Pro, places the ball towards Jani, and then Pro collects that ball again, tries to dribble past his marker. Let's see what happens here. Sends a long ball this time, but Brikama collects again to Samba. Samba Jada places the ball back to the netminder, Boubacar Silla, who is currently moving towards the dividing line, and then sends a long ball to connect Lang Jata. Lang still chases, but he's been guarded off the line there by Buba Jaju. Samba collects again this time. Places the ball to Aliu. Aliu places the ball back to Dembo, who turns beautifully again. Dembo still moving forward. Places the ball to Ismaila. The new entrant moving forward. Ismaila still moving forward. Cross comes in, but straight into the hands of Abdullah Job. Of course, the man between the sticks for the AJ Sugar side. Remember, AJ Sugar before this particular game, in the last 5 that they have played in the second division, they have lost 4, drawn 1, while their opponents, Brikama United, in the last 5 that they have played, they have won 3, drawn 1, and then lose only one of those games. And again, we are going to see 2 more substitutions here from the AJ Soccer side. We're going to see substitution here from AJ Soccer shortly. We'll be able to tell you who are the players coming out, and what are some of these players, what are the players, or who are the players to be introduced into the game. As the ball flies, moving forward this time, Jonathan powered that ball, but across the face of the goal. And it is going to be the number 9, Molamin Jalo, who makes way here for Sirifo Mane. And again, now 2 players has been introduced for AJ Soccer. Sirifo Mane and Lamin Toure are the 2 players who have just been introduced by the AJ Soccer side here. But before the play is allowed to continue, there is a player currently on the ground for AJ Soka, and then this time again the attention of the medical team is being called, as they are currently there on the pitch to give that medical attention to the team captain Modu Jaju of AJ Soka. He is currently being escorted outside the pitch, and we'll be able to know at the end of the day who is the player and what it will happen. And then this time it's a corner, sends a long ball inside the area, and another goal here, this time from Jonathan. They've come from behind, Brikama United, scoring 2 in the second half after finding themselves 2 goals down in the first half. This time it's been Dembo Danjo firstly, and then Jonathan Korea, who has just been introduced into the game. Jonathan Korea has scored 2, and then it is going to be a cooling break now for the two teams. It's going to be a cooling break that's just been called by the officials of the game here, and it is 2-2 between the two. Brikama United were trailing by 2 goals to nil in the first half, and then coming into the second half, in the 58th minute, we have seen them reducing the deficit through Dembo Danjo, and then in the 72nd minute, we have seen them now again leveling the scoreline or restoring the parity for themselves here through one of their star players and one of the most reliable players for this particular side, Jonathan Korea, who headed the ball home for a 2-all scoreline at the moment. It is 2-2 between the two, and then we will see which of these sides here will finally make their way to the next round. Right now, Brikama United, as you can see, their spirits are high here at their own ground. Would they believe that yes, we only need a goal to qualify ourselves to the next round, while their opponents AJ Soka are still on a meeting here with their technical side to making sure they get themselves a better result as the game continues here. Now the team captain for the AJ Soka side has currently been stretched off. In fact, has been stretched off the field. Not off the field. Currently, is still lying on the stretcher, and then they will introduce another player in place of the captain, Suleiman Tamba. Suleiman Tamba will soon be introduced to take the place of the team captain for AJ Soka, as Brikama collects the ball now through Jonathan, places the ball to Alu Jame Pro, who connects Sawane now. Sawane sends the ball towards Dembo Danjo, but the ball has been cleared off him, and then AJ Soka cleared their line now towards Sane, who has been it is going to be a double substitution. Number 12 will also be introduced. Yusuf Fofana. And of course the number 2 as well, Abukar Sane will make way for the number 12. We'll see. I know there is another error here from Kujabi, who places the ball back to his goalkeeper, and then now Dukanda now collects that ball, connects to the new entrant, player goes to the ground, and then this time it is another substitution here. This time to be effected here. Sane, Abukar Sane, and of course the team captain Modu Jaju makes way for Suleiman Tamba and Yusuf Fofana. The two newly introduced players for the AJ Shoka side. You can see both sides here have introduced 5 players already in the second half. Brikama, initially we have seen them making 4 early substitutions. And then sends a long ball towards the attacking play, but Brikama United now. Jonathan Korea now still remains strong with the ball as he's been fouled. Finally, it's been awarded to him, and then he places the ball back to Abubakar Silla, the netminder, who places the ball to Danso, and now to Abubakar Jaju now. Jaju places the ball to Samba. Samba now to Danso. Musa sends a long ball towards the new entrant. Ismaila powered that ball, but before then it was already an offside. And the game continues here between the two. And we'll see inside the center circle is the number 7 who has just been introduced, Sirifo Mane. Sirifo places the ball to another new entrant, number 12, Yusuf Fofana places the ball. Now again, Yusufa tries to connect the newly introduced number 10 in the far end, but the ball was heavily touched and a throw in has been awarded to Brikama United, quickly taken, and then this time Pro on the ball turns now, but handball against Aliu Jame. Pro. This time we'll see what happens here. The number 6 Kujabi places short ball. And this time who tries to connect the number 45 again. Shiku Jame, who has a very, very good first half. But in the second half he's been a bit silent here. I believe after those quadruple introduction by the Brikama United side, and Musa Danso still surging forward deep into the half of the opponents, and moving forward, player goes to the ground, and then a foul is being awarded, this time outside the 18-yard area, close to on the edge of the 18-yard area. Dembo Danjo is on the ball. Abukar Jaju is also there. Sini is also there. So as Jonathan is also there. But Dembo leaves the ball for Jonathan Abukar Jaju to execute that. It is Jonathan or Abukar to execute that. Perhaps Jonathan now. Jonathan Korea will execute that as he awaits the green light from the center referee. The green light is being given by the center referee. Abraham Cham sends straight into the hands of the netminder Abdullah Job. And moving forward in number 10, this time the newly introduced Musa Jao taking on Jonathan Korea, but well defended by Jonathan. And then Lang Jata collects that ball from Jonathan as he places the ball to Sila, the netminder, who sends a long ball towards Powerful who heads the ball in the center circle for Dembo, and then Dembo heads the ball towards Adioran, and a player for the AJ Soccer side is claiming for a foul. Dukanda, but he's not been given what he demands or what he claims from the center referee. Moving forward this time, it is Jonathan Korea places the ball to Aliu Jame Pro places the ball to Sawane Pro, still moving forward, but Baba Molamen Jadra, who clears the ball away. And at this time, Jonathan receives that ball, sends a long ball inside the area, headed away by Kujabi. Then it is now 2-all, and they are left with 8 more minutes before the regulation time ends here. And then on whatever or any number of minutes that will be added here by the officials of the game. Moving forward, you can see the fans from the Brikama end are trying to tell their players to show urgency into the game, and then play the ball quicker to get themselves another goal here before the final whistle will be blown. But moving forward this time, Abukar now places the ball towards Samba in the center circle, and now Jonathan receives the ball. Jonathan places the ball to Ibrahima, who tries to connect Pro, but a foul has been awarded here, and then quickly being played there. Jonathan receives the ball, sends a long ball inside the area towards Ismaila, the new entrant, but the newly introduced number 10 tries to clear, and then moving forward, nothing is given by the center referee in favor of Ismaila, who goes to the ground for the Brikama Utd, Ismaila Jata, and then this time one of the new entrant, Lamin Toure, moving forward for the AJ Soccer side, who connects the no entrance 3-4 Mane, still moving forward, but against Jonathan. Jonathan collects that ball from him, and then Jonathan isn't happy with that decision from the center referee. But before the referee said before the final tackle, you have made an initial foul there that was sort of just awarded to the opponents. But you can still see the faithfuls of Brikama and also Jonathan isn't happy with that decision, but it still remains the responsibility of the sole decision maker. And then AJ Soccer wins a free kick here at a very good location. We'll see at a very good position. Rather, we'll see who takes the responsibility for the Brikama United, AJ Soccer boys. After a foul on the new entrant, City 4 Mane. Is going to be executed by Molamin Jata, the second captain for AJ Soccer, who of course hails from Brikama here. Is going to execute that for his side. Now the center referee has given a green light. Baba sends a long ball inside the area ahead. But this time Brikama United will clear their line and then through Samba now. Abukar Jajo who turns, places the ball to Jonathan, but this time Jonathan stretches, could not get to that ball. Abubakar Silla places the ball to Musa now. Done so. Musa is given an option in the center circle, but tries to, but opts for Samba now. Samba has options, of course, places the ball back to Musa. Musa sends a long ball to connect Dembo Danjo in the far end, but Dembo has been guard of the line, guard of the ball, as AJ Soka now clears their line. This time again, Samba receives the ball for Brikama United. Sends a long ball towards Ibrahim Sawane and the left full back position, who places the ball back to Jonathan. Samba again receives the ball. Now Musa places the ball back to Samba. Now Samba, Jonathan receives the ball from Samba, and then this time Pro Aliou Jame collects that ball beautifully now, tries to connect, and then but no one was there to receive the ball for Brikama United as they continue to pile more pressure on their opponents here. Brikama United keeps possessing the ball, and as they continue their search for a goal, but then before then it was already an offside. Now AJ Suka benefits a free kick. In the 43rd minute of play here, if we are not able to get any more goals into this game, of course one of the sides here must celebrate an advancement to the next stage from the post-match shootout. But currently we have to see of the rest of the game and then be able to saw what team makes way to the next round. Moving forward, this time takes a long shot, Yusufa Fofana, but Silla was in trouble by that. And Powerful has been penalized, Sini Bojan, for a foul on Buba Jaju, the defender for AJ Soka, who of course has played a part in the first division for the Gambian forces. And of course, I believe he also had time with the Brikama United in the first division. And then this time moving forward, AJ Soka still surging forward, and then it's been cleared away for a corner. This time touches the ball. He receives the ball again. The new entrant sends a long ball inside the area, but no one was there to connect to that ball for AJ Soka. We're going to see additional time here. Shortly, it will be raised by Yankuba El Danso. To remind you that the officials in charge of this game, of course, in the center is Barham Cham, Abdullah Mani, and Modu Bete are the two assistants. And then Yankuba El Danso is the reserve referee. Omar Jang is, of course, the match commissioner, and Musa Jallo is the referee assessor for this crucial encounter between the two. Moving forward, sends a long ball inside the area, but Bubakar Silla comes off his line on time and then handles that ball for the Brikama United side. 4 minutes of additional time here for one of the sides to score a goal. It's either Brikama United to score as a home team and a more experienced side to prevent a post-match shootout, or AJ Soka to score in this dying moment here to prevent a post-match shootout here. Then we'll see which of the sides will actually get themselves a better result here, as they both are managing this particular scoreline here. Moving forward this time, the new entrant goes to the ground foul. Lamin Toure. Lamin Toure has been instrumental for his AJ Soccer side since his introduction into the game. But we'll see if one of the sides here can score a goal here to prevent a post match shooter moving forward this time. And then that was a free kick against Ibrahim Sawane, who of course goes to the ground as the ball hits his head. And the referee instantly called on the attention of the medical team, and they are currently attending to him, trying to make it so that he's okay to continue. If he's not okay, then one of the players will be able to take his place in the game. But he is walk off the field, and then this time Kujabi receives the ball for AJ Soka. Sends a long ball inside the 18-yard area, heads away, and before then it was an offside against AJ Soka. And then quickly taken here, Brikama United Samba sends a long ball now towards Ismaila Jata, who has just been introduced into one of the, I should say, the newly introduced players for Brikama United in the game as the second half resumes. Yellow card here has been awarded to the number 10 for AJ Soka, Musa Jao. And then moving forward this time, Musa places the ball back to Samba now. Samba to Jonathan Korea. Jonathan tries to connect. That is one of the last balls here. And I believe if this goal kick has been taken, the center referee Barham Cham will put an end to this encounter. And then both sides will now prepare for a post-match shootout. One of the last balls now, Abdullah Job will take that, and then we'll be able to know what team makes way through a post-match shootout. And then this time, that is the final whistle here between the two. And then the fate of these two sides here will now be discussed from the spot. One of the sides here will now make their way to the next round here through the shootout. And both teams are now back on the pitch, preparing to take the shootout, as the center referee is currently having some words of instructions to, or putting some words of instructions to the two netminders. The AJ Suko side is going to take the first kick here. One of the new entrant for the AJ Suko side, Yusufa Fofana, the number 12 for them, is going to take the first kick. And we'll see, he is currently facing Bobakar Sila in goal for the Brikama United side. Yusufa Fofana, the number 12 for AJ Soka, has been given the green light to take the first take. Now, he's not comfortable with the ball there, and then the for 12 for AJ Soka. Yusufa, green light given, moves towards the ball. Again, CD sends the goalkeeper in the wrong way, and then scores for his side as the first penalty taker in the game. And then the first taker for the Brikama United side is, of course, Abukar Jaju, the number 4. Takes the first penalty for Brikama United. Abukar Jaju. Abukar Jaju faces Abdullah Job in goal for AJ Soka. Abukar Jaju given the green light, moves away from the ball. We'll see what he will be able to do with it as he moves towards the ball now. Bukar sends away. He's taking the first one for Brikama and then squandered that one for the Brikama United side here. It is currently, as the A moves now, it is now going to be the number 10 for the AJ Soka side, who has also been one of the introduced players in the game. Musa Jao will face Bubakar Sila in goal for Brikama United. Jao giving the green light now. He moves slowly towards the ball now. Powered, and then it's been saved here by the netminder CD or Bubakar Sila. That was a great save, and also it's a very, very crucial save here from Bubakar Sila, an experienced netminder for the Brikama United side. He is the one who is now going to take the responsibility for his side, as the first taker for his side has already lost. CD wears the number 20 against his fellow goalkeeper. A goalkeeper facing another goalkeeper. Bubakar Sila faces Job now. CD sends a very powerful shot, and then That's an opener for the Brikama United side. And now it is going to be the turn of Sirifo Mane for AJ Soka. Sirifo Mane is the third taker for AJ Soka. Let's see what Sirifo does with the ball. Is he going to score as Yusufa had done, or are we going to see him squandered as Musa Jao has initially done? The netminder Bubakar Sila has a complaint that he lodges to the center referee, but Barham Cham insisted on his decision and then allows the game to continue. Sirifo Mane now faces CD. Sirifo Mane sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. And now it's going to be the turn of Dembo Danjo. Of course, another number 7 for, but this time for the Brikama United side, Dembo Danjo is now given the opportunity, or is the one now taking the responsibility for Brikama United. He faces Abdullah Job in goal for AJ Soka. Barham Cham giving green light. Dembo wasted no time, moves towards the ball and then sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Another goal for the Brikama United sides. 6 takes, 3 from either sides, and 2 beautiful goals from either sides now. It is going to be the turn of Molamin Jata now, who has been widely known as Baba, now taking the responsibility for the AJ Soka side. Is of course with the captain's armband. Let's see what the captain of the moment will do for the AJ Soka side. As you can see, CD Bubakar Silla prepares to face Baba. Baba moves towards the ball, sends CD the wrong way. Another goal here for the AJ Soka side. And now it is going to be the third take for the Brikama United end. Who takes that is Jonathan Correa, the number 18, also a key figure in the Brikama United setup. One of the players that the Brikama United team can rely on if they want to pull positivity, especially in games like this. Jonathan Correa boldly take that ball, places as he prepares to place the ball down. He does so, and then he is now facing Abdullah Job, the netminder for the opposition. That is the AJ Soka side. Jonathan prepares, moves towards the ball. Jonathan sends the goalkeeper the wrong way this time again, and it is now going to be the 5th kick for the AJ Soka side. It is going to be the turn of the number 45 now, who has also been an instrumental figure in the regulation time, Sekou Jame. Sekou Jame is now the player who has taken this responsibility for AJ Soka, and he faces Bubakar Silla in goal for Brikama United. The 5th take for AJ Soka. He needs to score and then hope for the Brikama United side to lose their 5th kick. If he fails to score, if Brikama United manages to utilize their 5th kick, of course Brikama will celebrate, moving towards the next phase. Now moves towards the ball, but inside the net. Though the goalkeeper went straight to the ball, but it was a quicker one on the ball now. The player from the Brikama United end is Aliou Jammeh Pro. He must score to get himself or take his side to the leveler here. Pro for Brikama United now, as he's been widely known for. He is now taking the responsibility for the Brikama United side. Aliou Jammeh. Aliou Jammeh is giving the green light now as he moves towards the ball. One of the experienced players, and then it's been lost here. And AJ Soka celebrated an advancement into the next round of the Gambia Football Federation's FF Cup. Now this time, they managed to boot out the host Brikama United side and a more experienced side, but it was a hard-fought 2-all draw in the regulation time. Now the game moves to the post-match shootout, where AJ Soka emerged as the winners as they are able to beat Brikama United by 4-3 in the post-match shootout. We end the proceedings here. Thank you for watching LSTV1.